everyone, I'm here to talk about the workout for this Thursday. It is called Tabata Something Else. This is going to be a 16-minute workout in total. You're going to have 4 movements that you're going to go through in the Tabata style. Tabata is 8 rounds. We've got 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest. And the idea here is to go through all 8 rounds of the strict pull-up before you go to the 8 rounds of sit-ups, and then the 8 rounds of push-ups, and then the 8 rounds of air squats. So you're gonna be spending 4 minutes in each of those. Let's talk about the movements really quick. Strict pull-ups, that is gonna be a chin over bar from a dead hang position with no moving of the body or kipping. And if you do not have a pull-up bar, then you can sub out something like a row up to a table or a bent over row with a barbell or an object, like a dumbbell, for example. You could switch arms. You can do a ring row or something like that too. Or you can do a banded pull-up, but we want to keep the movement strict so that we are nice and tight throughout. So no kipping on this one. Once you've gone through all 4 minutes of that, there is, you're gonna wanna keep track of your score. So just keep a running tally going, and then you'll write down your score for your strict pull-ups, and then you'll go immediately into sit-ups. There's only that 10-second transition time, so keep that in mind. You have to move quick. Okay, sit-ups. If you have an ab mat, you're gonna wanna use that. And if you don't, you could anchor your feet like under your dumbbell if it's heavy enough, or like under a couch or something. And that will help you to get a higher repetition of movements for the Tabata workout. Or just do them regular butterfly position, coming all the way up and down. Next is gonna be our push-up. Chest touches the ground on the floor, and then we full lock out at the top. I will show you those outside. Subs for those would be a knee push-up. You can do push-ups from a box or even on the wall. After that, we'll go to our air squat. On that, we're just looking for a below parallel squat with a full lockout of the hip at the top, so full range of motion. So at the end, you're gonna have 4 scores. You're gonna add them up, and that's gonna be your final score for the workout today. 2 other things to note on the pull-ups. You wanna pick a progression that you can do at least 5 reps in that 20-second time frame. The other one is the push-up. You want to be able to get at least 7 push-ups in that 20-second time frame. So when you're thinking about, what you want to do for those, keep that in mind too. The hard part here is going to be that upper body portion. So the pull-ups and the push-ups are going to take the most out of you. You can make up some ground on the squats and the sit-ups. All right, let's talk about the movements for today. So the workout starts with the strict pull-up. And remember, we're doing a strict movement. So that means no kipping, no use of the body to help get your chin over that bar. So if you do happen to have a bar that you can hang from or something like that, you're gonna start in that dead hang position, and you'll pull your chin over the bar and then come back with locked out arms before moving on to the next rep. So again, we're shooting for at least 5 repetitions here. To modify, you can do a banded strict pull-up, and you can also do a ring row, or if you have an odd object or a barbell or something, you can just do bent over rows like this. If all you have is a dumbbell, that'll work too. You'll just want to switch every 20 seconds, switch arms so that you're getting both. You want the initial engagement to come from your back and have your shoulders nice and tight, so you're not loose like that. You want it tight and engaged. Rest for the 10 seconds. At the top of the next 20 seconds, you'll just switch sides. That way you're working both sides of your body there. After the strict pull-up, we'll go into the sit-up. Again, if you have an ab mat, go ahead and use that to protect your back. And if you don't, you can choose to anchor your feet to kind of help assist you. I'm just gonna put one foot under the barbell. As you can see, my back is touching the ground, and then when I come up, I want to touch my feet or the dumbbell or the ground so that I'm getting the full range of motion. You can also choose to do this like we do in the CrossFit gym, just in that butterfly position. Same type of thing here. After this setup, we will move into our push-up. And on our push-up, we want our chest to touch the ground, and we want to maintain a nice plank the whole time. It will look like this. We'll start in that up position. And then if you need to sub for that, you can do the push-ups from the knee. Again, I'm trying to maintain a nice tight core, so I'm not bending or flexing there. And then it helps to have your elbows in nice and tight to your body instead of out here when you're doing your pushing. Low power light again. So apparently I need to charge my phone more. The last movement is the air squat. On that, we're just looking for full depth. What is full depth? That means that my hip crease is below my knee, so below parallel. Keep your chest up nice and tight, and then you'll have a lockout at the top here. You can do whatever you want with your arms. Sometimes I just have mine out here. Sometimes I use it to get me back up, or you can just have them nice and low. Whatever you want to do is good there. Again, we're going to keep track of all 4 movements and the totals that we get for each of those, and then at the end when we enter those, it will add it up for us for our total score for the day. All right, next up is the warm-up. We are going to do 3 rounds, not for time, of 10 air squats. We'll just go nice and slow on those since we're just getting started. 20 jumping jacks. If for some reason you can't jump, then we'll just substitute good mornings for that, followed by 10 pass-throughs, and then 5 yoga push-ups. Okay, the warm-up for today is going to be 3 rounds, not for time. We're going to start with 10 slow air squats. Then we'll move into 20 jumping jacks. If for some reason you can't jump today, go ahead and just do like banded good mornings, like that. Do 20 of those, or you can use like a broomstick and do those, like that. After you've done the 20 jumping jacks, we'll do 10 pass-throughs to warm up the shoulders. Again, you can use a dowel, a broomstick, you can use a towel, or a band. So 10 pass-throughs, and then finally 5 yoga push-ups. That's where you start in the downward dog, come down into a push-up, and then push back into the downward dog. And you'll do that for 3 rounds. Question of the day. I'd like to know what accomplishment you are most proud of.